Oi, so I want to make something similar to Pokemon. And I thought I'd start with creating a type system. Now we all know how this works. You get a little fire demon, you get a little water gremlin, you throw them in the ring, and if they fought, the water gremlin would win. Now I'd like to keep this simple because you can go absolutely ham wild with this kind of stuff. Now for simplicity's sake, a type will either be stronger and more resistant to a type it's strong towards, weaker and more vulnerable to a type it's weak to, or just completely neutral to something it doesn't have anything in common with. Now with all that out of the way, let's meet our types. We've got fire, the stuff that's hot. Then what I did is shove all the rock, sand and metal into one type, and I like to call it Geo. Like geology. It's metal and rock, you get it. Then we got electric, pretty self-explanatory. And then we've got acid. Imagine all the things that are poisonous, venomous, psychedelic, radioactive, or just a straight up biohazard. And then we've got plant. It's a plant. Yeah. And then we've got a combat type. Just imagine any form of violence, whether you're fist, something blunt or something sharp. Not guns though, guns are like metal, so that's geotype. Did it get cold in here? Oh right, it's ice type. We all know ice. It's when water gets cold. Speaking of water, there's water type. Look at it go. And after water, we get dark. It's a pretty comprehensive type. It's got the night, shadows, or just bad vibes in general. Let's get a bit more magical with a bit of magic. Our 10th type. Just imagine all the magical, mystical, mythical stuff and you've got a pretty good idea. And then we got light type. Yeah. Just imagine things that are bright, angelic, or just good vibes. Those fit too. And then we got air type. Not that difficult. Just imagine things that fly, drift, levitate, and wind stuff. And now that you've met all the types, let's go over all their strengths. You know, the stuff they're strong against. I've made sure every type has an equal amount of strengths and weaknesses. Let's start with fire. There's not much explanation needed. Strong against plants because plants burn. Strong against ice because ice melts. Strong against dark because a fire a day keeps the darkness away. Then there's Geo. Strong against fire because if you got fire you throw a lot of dirt on top, you no longer have fire. Also strong against electric, because as far as I know, the ground isn't a great conductor. I know metal's a part of the geotype, but we'll just ignore that part. Electric, strong against water. Also strong against air, because, things high up in the air, also very conductive. Acid type. Strong against plants, because I've yet to see a plant survive a nuclear meltdown. And against combat, because even the most skilled MMA fighter is going to do very little when you shove 20 grams of pure Bolivian marching powder in their face. Which brings us to plant. This is my personal favorite little detail. It's strong against geo, water and light, because of photosynthesis. Hell yeah. Next up is violence type. Strong against ice, because if ice is thin enough, any good blow will shatter it. And strong against light type. Yeah. I've got no real reason for this other than balancing, but I'd imagine this working by picturing Mike Tyson shattering a light bulb. It's not very much, but yeah. Ice type. It's strong against acid and water because it can freeze both, like a nice little popsicle. Now, water type is strong against fire. I hope I don't have to explain that one. And acid because water washes the poison away. And also, water, it's healthy. Now, dark is strong against plant type, because without light, plants will die. Also magic. Imagine like a wizard getting too power hungry and subsequently getting corrupted by the dark forces. Now let's meander over to magic type. Its strengths are against electric because wizards often shoot little magic bolts from their fingertipsies. And against combat types, because Little Mac's pathetic plebeian punches will do nothing once you magically turn his testicles into uranium-238. Light types' advantages are against magic, Imagine higher beings looking down upon heretic mortals, meddling with divine power and subsequently smiting their sinful asses to the pits of Tartarus. And dark type, because if you walk in a room and it's dark and you flip a light switch, it's no longer dark. And finally, air type. Strong against fire because blowing out a candle and all that. And strong against geotype. Because what's a filthy land dweller going to do against a prestigious aerial aristocrat like you? Look at him. He can't even reach you. What a loser. And that concludes this little essay. I've made a little graph showing all the types of strengths and weaknesses. You can pause if you like. I'll probably make a follow-up creating some creatures, describing some mechanics, maybe even make up some lore. But until then, see ya!